Hey guys, I missed you, and hope you're doing well. As always with Sundays, it's the beginning of a new week and the closing of the prior week, and, well, it's day for self-reflection as always, and, well, it's been quite the roller coaster, if I do say so myself, and I'm just really grateful to have these moments with you guys where you can just chill out, relax, and just not worry so much. Um, November turned out from being like what's normally kind of a relatively dull month to quite the eventful one for me. And with all the excitement, we often find ourselves struggling with a unexpected adversity, if you will. Also, quick shout out: it's the first snow of the year on our island of Animil, and I wanted to share that with you. We get to get a free day to not have to water our crops either, so it's pretty nice. I remember when I had my first Animal Crossing game, it literally snowed. It was like the tail end of February, and I felt like it snowed, but like there wasn't snow on the ground. And then it was wind to spring, and it was kind of like, okay, I had to wait all year for it again. But tis fun. But that unforeseen thing that I'm referring to is self-control. You guys ever struggle with it? I'm quick to admit I struggle with self-control on a regular basis, and it comes in all sorts of forms too. Like sometimes you struggle with self-control as like you're at the store and you have let's say you have $100 in your pocket. You go to the store, you know you have to make your phone payment for like I don't know $50 or something, and you see that thing on the shelf that's also $50, and you're like, I mean, I technically have enough. And instead of trying to hold on to the money and being like, responsible with it, you just decide that, oh, because I have it and I can't immediately think about what I might need to pay, you just spend it real quick. And it's like, oh. And then like later on, you might think to yourself, man, I kind of feel bad that I just like impulse bought that thing. And now I'm in a worse spot than I would have been otherwise. Hey, Kix, how is it going, buddy? Kind of snowing out here. Welcome, chum. Not gonna lie, because he's very specific about what he sells, I don't really always like what he has for sale. But he's a pretty cool guy, though. Find it interesting that you have such a beloved character, and he's literally based off of a creature that people just have like this profound fear of at times. But is what it is, no? But self-control also can come in the form of you're on the computer, right? Like here's my biggest struggle when it comes to self-control. I go to other people's videos and I can't help myself. I'm in that comment section and I have to have something to say. And my opinion isn't always the most popular opinion, and it can get me into trouble at times. So that's where my biggest struggle when it comes to self-control comes from. I hope for a little bit more patience and all that, and not to be the person who's constantly like finding trouble online, but it comes and it goes. Sometimes we have good days, sometimes we have bad days, sometimes we just put our foot in our mouth and just say too much. Good news is we get these little mushrooms that are still hopping on the map. But self-control, it's just a crazy thing to go through. Wow, my pocket's full. I didn't even know I had stuff in my pockets. Oh, wow. I got a little bit of everything over here. So many scallops, too. Golly, I'm just going to put all this stuff in our storage real quick. Yeah. Man, I was going to say something. I don't even know what it is. But today is also marks the last day for November for us, guys. We made it. It's not just the end of a week, it's the end of a whole month. We are en route to December, which means obvious things. That being, we have Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, whichever one you. I don't quote me on Kwanzaa. I know Kwanzaa exists. I don't necessarily know what day or rules that it follows, but we got all the holidays coming up, which means New Year's is like right around the corner at the end of the year. And I'm not going to go talk to that guy. I can't. Oh man, I don't want to talk to Biff right now. He's bad news. We have the holidays coming up. Cooler weather should be coming. For me, I have a couple birthdays coming up in December, including my own birthday is in December. So I'll be getting another year older. And well, what is it? Another year older, another year deeper in debt, or something like that. I don't know. We're not going to be bleak about it. We're going to be as optimistic as we possibly can be. Um, I don't know if I'm going to reveal that day yet because I don't know if I'm going to upload anything on that day. I have to check what my schedule looks like. But um, me personally, birthdays are not nearly as important for me as they may be for a lot of other people. Like for me, it's like okay, birthday is a birthday is a birthday. Like once you have children, sometimes it can feel like birthdays just don't matter nearly as much. At least not your own birthdays that matter. So for me, that's kind of where I'm at. I had two daughters, and now I'm just kind of like, you know, it's I'm more concerned about what they might get for theirs rather than what I'm going to be getting for mine. But I also got married, so my wife, she cares very much for my birthday, and that's good. It's always good to have a partner in your life who cares for you in the ways that you don't necessarily care for yourself. And that's something I'm just very grateful to have, that I have a wife who does that. She makes me a priority in ways that I deny myself. Because as a husband, all I really care about is just, trying to do all the good, manly husband slash father things of just trying to support my family the best I can, and be the squasher of bugs and the winner of bread. But it's easy to just kind of overlook yourself when you're caught up in all these things. So it's nice to have somebody there who, in their eyes, you are a priority, and I'm ever so grateful to have that. So that's a cool thing. I didn't know you have mushrooms next to that one. That's cool. Now, you should notice, depending on how I am, I might do it either today or overnight. I'm going to update the channel to go from the autumn colors to more wintry colors, so that'll be fun. Do we have any goals for the rest of the year? I don't know what goal we could have other than just continue growing the way we have been. I am not ungrateful. There's not an ungrateful bone in my body in regards to the channel's current growth. It's just been a phenomenal time that we've been able to share together, and I don't have anything else to say other than that. It's just been a great experience doing this whole thing, and to say that there's anything more that I need out of this channel than what we already have going on, shoot, I couldn't think of a thing. We're just making the best out of it, and it's great. I would like to maybe do a few extra projects here and there to try to help, diversify. Always trying to look to diversify and spread things out, because I want the channel to be a constant, not just in your life but in mine. I want it to feel like something that we can just kind of always look forward to, and it's just there's always something new going on, or maybe not necessarily something new. Like I like something new but familiar, if that makes sense. Like I like, oh, there's a new like think of your favorite TV show, and then there's a new episode of it. That's what I mean by new but familiar. Just that idea of, oh, Atlas is going to upload another episode of Animal Crossing Adventures, or maybe it's a quiet redecorating of a house or something like that, or maybe like a stream playing another game, or just the shorts that I've been uploading. Try to get those out too. I put one skinny mushroom away, so there should be one more mushroom somewhere around the island. They've worked their way onto the actual island. I wonder when the actual snow's going to come down now. Oh man, I live in Texas, so it doesn't really snow over here. There's rumors that next week it's going to snow in northern Texas or somewhere around. I don't get my hopes up, which is great because that means when it does happen, it's absolutely fantastic. Whereas you don't want to get too excited and then it happened and then it doesn't happen and you're like then you're sad. But we'll see. But yeah, so a lot of fun stuff coming down the pipeline. Hopefully, I noticed that maybe this goes into the same territory of self-reflection, or not self-reflection, self-control. Just having like a better grip on what I'm doing. I realize I have a habit of speculating what comes next more than living in the now. And if you guys have noticed that of me, I'm sorry if it's an irritating character flaw. It's on the list of things that I'm trying to work out, trying to do better with. And I know that I'm always looking forward to the next thing. And this is before I ever finish the current thing. And I need to pay a little bit more respect to, your time as well as the current thing that we're working on and get to a point where we don't have to worry about all that going on, about constantly thinking, oh, what's Atlas going to be doing next? Oh, is he doing that next? Because that's probably what takes away from me not finishing things is I'm always caught up in what I'm going to do next. And perhaps if I could put a little bit more focus on what I'm currently working on instead of thinking about what's coming next. Like obviously I want to be prepared for what's going to come next, but maybe if I can do a little bit more focus on what I'm currently working on rather than the next step. Like think about it this way. I want to write books. I will never write my second book or my third book or my fourth book until I finish the first book. So I need to learn how to take that time and just write that first book. And that all comes back full circle. Unplanned, but it comes back to the whole self-control thing. I need to have more self-control about what I'll be doing, like with my time and all that stuff. I keep coming across these little islands that, there's nothing too spectacular about them. I'm hoping that maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe it's the actual tickets that you get to the spicier islands of these. I feel like there's supposed to be like ones that have different fruit or something, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. But it's cool being able to come to these little islands here and there, check them out. Nothing too spectacular though. It's just you got cherries here, you got the holly bushes, and then there's the Cosmo flower. So nothing too spectacular. We'll head back home. We got the two things that really matter most. Oh well, but sometimes it's short-lived, short-experienced. But the time for season changes in the air. But let me ask you guys, right from the top, do you ever struggle with self-control? Do you ever find yourself impulse purchasing things that you don't really need, or moving too quickly to the comment section to express your opinion that nobody asked for? I don't say this as a way to pick on anybody. I say this as a reflection of my own lived experience, and we can get a hold on it. We can get some control on it, and I'll be working just as hard to do so, and hopefully it'll be one of many combined steps towards a better way of just kind of thinking, living, acting, and just experiencing life, You guys are absolutely amazing. I love you every single time. There's really no greater joy that I get to experience on all this than just being able to feel like perhaps I made some sort of a difference at some point in time. And yeah, sorry, I'm like just soaking it all in right now. It's great. I'm sorry, it's something that's seeing snow and Animal Crossing that makes me just feel relieved that everything's going to be all right. The new season's on the way, and it's going to be great. We're going to make a lot of it. Tell you what we'll do. One of our goals will be we're going to terraform this island and get it to spick and span where we want it to be. So when the DLC comes out at the beginning of January, we have all the space that we need for it. But until then, I'll be taking advice. I'll be sharing the project with you guys. We're going to see a lot of growth together. But I love you guys. God bless. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and take care of yourself, really. And don't take things too serious. You got this in every way, shape, and form. From the bottom of my heart, you got this. Trust me. Until next time, I'll see you very soon.